This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
It's Monday night, it's RaceSpotTV, and welcome back to a brand new season of Monday Night Skippys here on iRacing. We are at the very latest brand new Lime Rock Park for the Thunderdome Take 17, Linus? I think we're heading up to those numbers. Of course, Lime Rock Park, traditionally the blender of the season, especially with 457 cars we have lined up for tonight's race. So, oh yeah, did we mention destruction physics are on? Yeah, 57 cars, Lime Rock Park, a new layout, and bits falling off cars. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in for a party tonight. Rachel Whiteford, Linus Brostrom up here in the booth, got Will Vincent running production in the trailer, and we are looking forward to a great run tonight. Qualifying is currently underway, a few minutes left on that, as the standard, shall we say, race. Conditions partly cloudy, 71 degrees Fahrenheit in the air, with track temperature around 97. Fairly average winds from north 1 mile an hour. Humidity is about 50%, Linus, so we're looking here at a classic Lime Rock race with some big changes. New car, new physics, new track. So
yeah, it's turn 1 is going to be slightly easier than what we're used to seeing, but then when you come to the back of the circuit, there's a new chicane that's going to catch a lot of people out, and seen as well in practice, especially in qualifying as well. Early on in the runs, people do not have a lot of grip, so it's going to be a very interesting start of the race as well. We saw towards the end of last season was a lot of start crashes, so that's definitely going to be one to look out for. It's a short track, a lot of cars, so going to be about 3-4 laps, I guess, and then the leaders are going to be catching the back of the pack, so it's going to be a lot of things to keep an eye on today, as usual in this series.
Absolutely should be. Looking forward to seeing how this one plays out tonight. Qualifying is going on, and we're looking at a little bit slower than usual here, actually. We're looking at majority times over a minute, rather than the 56s we've seen in the past for pole times. Looks as though we've had our time set. It's a 3-lap qualification. And Simon Edwards is looking to be provisionally on the pole. We'll see if those numbers do change in the near future. But we are not sure. He's set his lap at 59.838. And we have about 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on that clock. A lot of the same faces up here. Ewan Patterson, Anthony Catt, Claire Hughes, Lee Anderson, Ken Halliburton. So, are we going to see the same, or are we going to see a very different race with this car behaving the way it does?
Well, I think a lot of people will have raced this through the week to get used to it. So, it's towards the front, I think it's going to be pretty clean. But back in the pack, where people are going to be all over each other, it's going to be a bit of carnage, I was guessing, especially with this big of a grid. The stack up into turn number 1 is going to be huge. The further back you come through the field. So, well, it's a pretty hard one to call, but I'm guessing there's going to be at least a few people going off in turn 1.
Century, but we're looking forward to seeing how this one plays out, of course. Lime Rock Park is always a favourite. We know it's going to be an exciting race with traffic, hard racing, although it's less bumpy. Of course, we have 2 chicanes on this track level where you can halfway out to one thing. So rather than picking that right no name straight up the hill, we now have a chicane at the bottom of the top. We should definitely change the racing performance to the chicane after. Slightly different track to usual. I believe looking at this that all our times are set, and as Paul Kerry said in the drivers chat, clear award at the local hospital. Stuart Dickinson saying just one. Yeah, I think that's probably a great illustration. The drivers in the chat are definitely feeling that vibe of there is going to be like a carnage here tonight. Let's hope they are wrong, but I'm expecting great racing. Mr. Kerry finished up with "My mam's a nurse, I'll be alright." So I hope he's correct in that one. We'll see at the end of the race if he's still running, or if he needs his mother. But as it stands, this should be entertaining. 9 no qualifiers we're hearing here. With Mick Carr, Mark Murphy, Scott Williamson, Bates, Ryan Walker, Luis Morga, Peter Cowan, unusual, Christopher Robinson, and Tom Ward not qualifying. Now, is that him going to go from the back for fun, or is that him not racing? But we are going to go to your qualifying order. Simon Edwards takes pole with 59.838, and with behind him in second place it's Ewan Patterson, Anthony Catt, Claire Hughes, with Lee Anderson bringing up the top 5, with Ken Halliburton, Matt Cox, Sarah Savage, SJ Dunning, and Ben Daniels in 10th place. Behind them, it's Thomas O'Leary, Matthew Crisp, Anthony Witt, Chris Robertson, Nicholas Vaughan Roberts, Jake Ridlington, Anthony PM Jones, Clark Williams, Ryan Hewitt, and Daniel Tufts in 20th. Rest of those very long results on your on your screen now. We'll look at our 1 second bracket, which for Lime Rock should be monstrous. And you know what? It really is. 29 places down to Tim Adcock for our 1 second bracket. So let the carnage reign. It is going to be a good one tonight here on RaceSpotTV. The action will definitely keep us interested. Cars should be up to the last bridge, Linus, I think, once we get onto the grid.
Yeah, it will. And speaking of the 1 second bracket, we have 47 cars within 1.8 seconds as well. So it's about a 1 minute lap time, and the field spread by 2 seconds. That's gonna make things very interesting.
Certainly is, but it's Lime Rock Park. We expect interesting. Must say I'm rather enjoying the repaved surface. It definitely looks a little bit nicer out there on the track, a little bit less bumpy and like you're about to fall into a, well, Detroit level pothole, which is what we've seen back here in the past. Although Lime Rock Park, of course, in Connecticut, so not quite that level of desolation. However, the car's finally getting to the grid here. Patterson is on the grid. We're looking for our lead driver here, Simon Edwards. He is in position. We should be getting the green flag fairly soon. You may notice one or two Skippys who might look a little unusual. That's because the car changed, whole new template. So drivers getting their vehicles sorted out, and those who have, you'll notice, could have some very shiny artwork with iRacing's latest developments in specular mapping, making for very pretty race cars. But we should get that flag in just a second from the starter stand. We're waiting for that to come up now. We should be looking at it in the next few seconds. Going to be 25 laps around the track here tonight, Linus. Engine started red here. Logo crescendo comes up as the green flag flies, and the flag waves on Stevie. But the guys actually waving the flag. Oh, big positive there in the top three for the moment to start the race there. Edwards, Patterson, Cat all over each other as we go into turn one. It's already major congestion. Cars getting sideways. We've got a spinner. That is Sarah, not Sarah Savage. That's
Matthew Crisp is off the track. But it looks like he's able to. No, he's still off. He's not going to go anywhere.
A little bit of contact we saw from there. The driver's coming through now to No Name Straight. Running towards chicane for the first time this lap as we have 57 entrants coming through on this race, although I believe quite a few non-qualifiers did not start. We have got Tom Ward on the racetrack. He is right at the back here working his way forwards.
Big crash into the chicane. That's about 3, 4, 5 cars involved in that one, so you can get a replay of that.
Huge, another one back as well. Huge crash again at the back. Cars piling into each other. Oh, okay. That was 7 cars. I can't even tell when it started, but it started. That's a guarantee. Carnage have begun early here as we look for our first pass for the lead. Jules Patterson right behind Sam Edwards here. Not going to make that move actually. Keeps it back. As the destruction is holding true. Right when I call this the Thunderdome of iRacing, because it really is. Cars going everywhere at the moment. Looks like destructive physics is playing a part in this one. I know Tom Ward has no nose code so far. He's right at the back, so he may not have the opportunity to pass as intended. Patterson staying close to Edwards here. Cat as well. A little bit further back. We'll pass here on board for you there into the chicane. Right behind Simon Edwards there. We look for this tight chicane. There's big sausage curves there. I was being told before this that they'd had some issues with those during testing for the track, especially once the actual track released those big turtle pumps. They had to basically install those in the sim too. That's how up-to-date iRacing is. They literally put those curbs in when the real track did. So those will be hilarious if I can imagine. They were bad enough at winter. Gillett cut the chicane, the 166, he's going to have to do slow down. The car's past them on the inside. With that Team Torpedo. Spinning there into pit entry. I believe that was Vaughan Roberts, as I might have guessed, spinning there in his blue car, showing us exactly who that was. The leader's now starting to catch up to lap traffic already here on lap number 3. There we go, already getting to that lap traffic here. It's not going to be caught for another lap, I'd say, at this rate, as they're heading towards chicane again. Who will come? We're on board here with Kirkman. That's Dave Kirkman, the 88 machine. He's running in traffic right now, right behind the car. Gil Bontemps behind him is, I think that was Hewitt. There's some confusion up in there. And wait there for him. Moving up now through the chicane section. That was Hewitt just ahead of that group actually. As Kirkman's actually had a bit of a slowdown there. He lost a bit of ground on the cars ahead of him. But still very much in this race. Under the Haggerty Bridge. Patterson second place here. A lot of traffic ahead of the leaders now. This could be very, very problematic here. Sam Edwards has to pick the right opportunity to go for a move here, trying to find the opening to go through. As the car goes really wide, gets grass, he will be straight off on the outside there. No real chance for him to rejoin. Go straight to the whole line. Good work there with me now. Passing with him towards chicane. They're going to clear that lap car, but there'll be one just ahead of them. Peachy's to get away. They're on him now, right as the exit of chicane. Oh, he's been held up there. Patterson got held up massively, and it's going to be 2-3 wide nearly there for a moment. Cat joining them also, as that was the worst place to catch lap traffic. Absolutely terrible for them. As Lee Anderson coming through as well there on the lap cars. As the top four, Edwards, Patterson, Cat and Hughes. Momentum quickly change here. Trying to slow off this race to hit lap number 5 this time across the line. Defensive posture by Edwards. Cat looks to the outside, but it's not going to be a successful outside line. Outside of line blocks never really worked as far as I've seen, but it's always optimistic to try, especially with the new track surfaces they're seeing. The running order hasn't really shifted. Still going to be Edwards, Paston, Cat, Hughes, Anderson, Albert, Cox, O'Leary, Savage, Daniels, with only really Thomas O'Leary coming up from 11th place to change the running order. Otherwise, top 7 identical running orders. 8th place is just now in 9th, that's Savage. As O'Leary works his way up the field, 10th is still at 10th, so yeah, the only person that's moved to the top 10 is O'Leary, has entered it and made 2 places, looking towards the front now. And it's still the same order there. We'll look back in the field, see what we can find in terms of action running in this one. Tony Stack, the 81. He is running down 18th place, he's right behind Kirkman and PM Jones right now. Coming up through the chicane. Up towards that back straight, which is a little shorter now, less momentum for the drivers. Surprisingly not to use that second chicane to slow traffic down on this track and really open the lap time up here. I'm sure this is why we're seeing the lap time do variation. We're used to seeing the 56-second laps. We've got to account for the fact that chicane now, which is of course slowing our lap times down. Just ahead of this group, heading into turn 1. Big cluster here with Daniel Tufts. He is in the middle there, ahead of Bontemps side Robertson. Robertson will have the line there for turn 2. Now towards turn 3. Dogfight here for 12th place. 4 cars then now down no name straight. Towards chicane will come. No change your leaders, of course, but through they come for the chicane, avoiding those big turtle curves. Just behind that group, actually, Daniel Lee about to try and make a move here on Neil Bontemps. Looks to the inside, will manage to secure it. Ryan Hewitt is coming up pretty quickly. He's up 4 places so far. From 19th to 15th place, he's looking to make a move here, but he rides just ahead of that group. A little bit of wobble actually there from Bontemps. He will lose some speed. Through will come Lee on the inside, so will come Hewitt. Both of them going to stick the nose in, forcing Bontemps to go wide. That Robertson is running behind Ben Daniels here. No, it was actually Robertson and Tufts, I should say. I apologise. Into turn 2. Back to front there as up towards your leaders. We're nearly not seeing much change still. It's Edwards, Patterson, Cat and Hughes. But behind them, Anderson's been caught by Halliburton and O'Leary, who's keeping his way forward in this field. As Linus O'Leary, 11th to 7th, climbing through our top 10. And he's good striking.
Yeah, he's had a really good start, and he's going for another position here pretty soon. I would guess he's not far behind, and if those guys ahead starts battling, that's definitely going to close him up to at least the back end of the top 5, and then I don't think he's too far away from the leaders either. And like you said, the top 10 has not changed much, and behind them there is a 7-second gap down to P11 because of all the carnage that happened early on. So top 10 has really separated themselves from the rest of the pack. These front 3 as usual, or front 4 even in this race, are setting the pace, pulling away from the rest of the pack.
He is just behind O'Leary there. Fox just got through on, I believe that was Savage, that slow down. To get out the way way. It's not Savage, actually, it's one of our back markers getting lapped that time by. I think that was, as I look through our list of cars, hard to remember. On board here with Sarah Savage.
It was Monkey.
There we go. Sarah Savage on board here. She's bringing down the front straight towards turn 1. Tom Ward out of the race. He only had serious damage, but that's him officially retiring here. So far, we're looking at just 7 or 8 cars here that are retired, including the likes of Chris Roberts, Neil Silverson, Mark Williams, Alan Parry, Tom Ward, McCowan, and Bates.
That was a very interesting moment there for Cat, as you just saw on your screen, getting involved with the lapped car as well as his battle with the use.
Oh, Halliburton had to go wide. Halliburton had to miss the chicane as there's contact there between cars, including O'Leary trying to get his way in here as Halliburton there ran wide, and he's just trying to force his way into this little fight here. Oh my gosh, absolute dogfight. Actually, as you look at the racetrack at the moment, there's cars that run wide and trying to gain time back, forcing their way back into the lineup. The second group really lost time when it's over your leaders there. Edwards and Patterson, massive gap recorded down to third and fourth. Hughes and Cat. Hughes, of course, taking that position for third. And your leaders just trying to work their way through traffic.
Yeah, the top 4, they pulled over a second on that lap alone, almost a second and a half because of all that battling. So it's Edwards and Patterson actually opening up a little bit of a gap themselves. But you still have the group here. Anderson 5th, actually down to 6th now, as O'Leary's right ahead of him, as you can see. And there's another lap car now they have to navigate past, see how they can sort that out. The lap car stays wide. Oh, when they all get up the inside of him, not the last car in line, he's going to get stuck behind. So that's Halliburton goes through, but Cox is stuck behind Mark Murphy now, the lap car, and then Sarah Savage catches up. Oh, and she gets sideways. What a save! What a save by Sarah Savage. Holy crap, here's one replay from Sarah Savage as he comes up to the back of Mark Murphy, who slams on the brakes early to get out of the way. It's, wow, look at this. Oh. That's a highlight reel for you right there.
Absolutely is. This race is definitely proving to be one to watch as always at Lime Rock Park, providing great racing action on the track here as Halliburton trying to recoup his positions. Right there behind Lee Anderson, Sarah Savage just in front. That's not Sarah Savage, that's O'Leary just in front of that group. He's in 5th place from 11th right now. Some of our climbers today, including Daniel Tubbs, 20th and 12th there. Now we have 31st and 20th, Simon Maltby making big climbs today. Dave Kirkman, 27th to 17th. One times 27th to 16th. So a lot of guys moving up there, some they are working at it. Lewis Morgan, he's 55th to 29th. That is a huge climb, so always there. And we have 37th to 23rd. Martin Hobson. With Danny Wood and Tim Adcock just behind him. Lena's up at the front here though. Rejoined that group before. It was split up into 2 traffic though. Pretty key advantages in the turns track position.
Yeah, it's if you catch him in the wrong place, you lose easily half a second, and Lius is caught almost right up to the back of Patterson again, and Cat is doing everything he can to hold on to the back of Lius as well, but it's the same 4 guys that we're used to seeing racing it out for the win once again, and Simon Edwards comfortably in the lead. It has been pretty much all race long, but we're only on lap 12 of 25, so we're not even halfway yet as we go on board now with Daniel Tufts here back in, I believe that's 13th place.
One thing I should really keep an eye on here actually is the group ahead of your leaders. Actually a massive knot of cars there. It's 31st place here. We've got Matthew Forrest in that group as well, along with Christopher Kane, Peter Parnell, Lewis Morgan. Oh, just off the track there goes, I believe that was the car of Parnell. No, Kane, no, Bird. One of the cars, it's a race car. Look at the track, rejoining in front of the leaders. Oh, big crash! Oh, rejoining car there. That was actually the 77 machine that we saw that had gone off. That was Liam Carr that went wide, and he just rejoins the track. It caused a massive kerfuffle there as the 28 got sideways from contact with the 47 and slams into him. Oh, that was difficult. Right in front of your lead group of drivers. Big contact for Kane. Oh, Kane Halliburton slams into the car there of the 28. Loses a wheel and goes straight off the track there. Kane Halliburton's wheel straight. Bontemps from his head has also been involved there, so that's killed a few of our top 15 drivers. Really shaking up the performance of things in this here as Edwards still leading so far. He's doing good for the moment. Hughes in second place now, up from Patterson, so it's a change there. Captain Anderson just behind him.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job now again. Edwards pulling a slight gap to Lewis. He can't get any closer at the moment, but lap traffic coming into play again. But you can see behind Lewis there's Patterson and Cat. They're all over each other, all three of them. So if they start battling, then Edwards will be gone. But then again, he has the lap traffic to work with, so we'll have to see what happens. Coming down the hill now with Patterson, you can see a lap car on the outside. They're going to get in the way of everybody. Actually, these guys are going to catch up on the straight, so that's not going to be too bad. But like you can see, Simon Edwards lost a lot of time on the exit, and Lee Hughes is right on the back of him now going into turn number 1. So that half a second that he had is gone just like that on one exit, being bad timing with the lap car. And here we go with Anderson and Cox as well, battling it out for P number 5 and 6 now, as the cars dropped out of this battle with that earlier incident, unfortunately. But Anderson all over the back, and Cox definitely wanted that P5 back. But here as well, have 2 lap cars ahead of him. That's Steve Bird and Matthew Forrest, almost going side by side, battling it out a couple of laps down. But they're battling for position, so they have every right to be there. But you might want to get out of the way now that Anderson, Cox and Savage are closing in.
Tufts and Hewitt battling on track right now. No name straight for them as they approach the chicane. Cars ahead of them here, but Hewitt looking for opening as well. Caught a big section of curving there to Daniel Tufts. Right up on 2 wheels over those big turtle curves. Surprised the suspension survived that one. As Hewitt looking for an opening here to the inside, gets a good run, but he will.
Oh, we have a crash on the front straightaway. It made it 4-way with a lap car. Sarah Savage is off, and Lee Anderson is off as well, into the barrier. Gonna get a replay of that here. We can see they catch up to a lap car, they squeeze it in 4 wide, contact between Anderson and whoever that was next to him. 2 yellow cars next to each other.
Oh.
And Daniels actually
Just
squeezed it 4 wide. Wow. Orange.
Hewitt and Tufts was one of our cars we had on the track earlier. 44 machine we've been running around here. He's a couple of laps down, spun out right for turn 2. There's the gap, the replay, sorry, Ben Daniel's side, and it's 4 wide, which was a little bit optimistic for Lime Rock Park. I'll give them that.
That's
messy.
what lap traffic is going to do for you. Unfortunately for all of them, and the Anderson out as well. Got back there with Anthony Peter Jones, who's gained a couple of positions from that, right behind that car. And Leah Hughes has actually taken over the lead now from Simon Edwards, and Ewan Patterson is still in 3rd. But these guys are all bunched up. Got another lap car in front of him here. That is our very own Paul Smith, and he's actually going to pull off and let them all go. That's a very good job from Paul Smith, and he's almost going to cut the corner to get out of the way. So that's what we want to see from that car. So well done for him.
It is, he did really cut them off completely for a moment there with Nick Hughes, but maybe it was his racetrack too. But coming out is the Harrington Bridge now dropping down to end lap 17. We'll see if Simon can pass back here as he gets a good run towards the inside. We're starting to see real passing here happening at the front of this racetrack now as Edwards pulls past him. Of course, only 7 laps left to go here, Linus, and they're trying to work out what he should pass to be in the lead for the end of this race. That's the important part of these guys.
Well, I don't think you want to be second here, depending on the draft, like you do at some tracks, because lap traffic can change all of that. Well, mistaken. It's too short of a track, I think, to be playing that game here, so you want to be leading. Which Simon Edwards is doing now. Lee Hughes, they're all over the back of him, and then Patterson and Cat right there as well. It's really a 4-way battle, and you on board here now with Cat through that new chicane. You can see just how tight it is, and there is another lap car now coming into play ahead of these cars. It's Louis Morgan again. We've seen him a couple of times already in this race, but
emergency one there for the lead, but we're not going to see it this time by. A little bit further back though, Hewitt has managed to get past Tufts here. He's now up into the 9th place. Position changes right, we've got 10 places. Yes, 10 places up for him is Ryan Hewitt, and Daniel Tufts also up 10 as well. That's pretty huge for those guys. Kirkman shuffling forwards again, up to 14th place now from 27th to the grid, up 20 places, which is monstrous. Simon Motley. Side by side, Tufts here and Hewitt. Let's go try to work on this one. That was actually Ben Daniels who was in there. I believe he's a lap down. He is, in fact, he was racing back across on fresh tyres. Right there to enjoy the track, then actually really gained spots for this one, but great time on the racetrack here. This could actually interfere a little bit with Tufts and Hewitt. But, well, that's the nature of racing. One of them, of course, you've got Jake Riddington there. And you've got Anthony P.M. Jones, just on that group, as I said, Sam here as well. She's doing well considering she was nearly involved in accidents earlier on. Hughes, oh my gosh, 2 by 2 for the leaders here through turn 1. And through will sneak the car of Ewan Patterson ahead of Claire Hughes there. And Edwards just going to hold on here and take 3rd place after he was challenged there by Cat.
Cat has been sitting back there in 4th place. We get a replay here now. They're side by side through the whole of turn 1, and Patterson just manages to get clear of Hughes there coming out of the corner, and then Cat gets the inside for the next corner. Sorry, Edwards gets the inside of Cat for the next corner, and is able to hold on to at least 3rd place. But Cat still sitting back there in 4th because Bruce been for most of the race, and looking back now from Patterson, you can see Hughes is going to get slightly closer as we come around the last corner onto the straightaway. You're going to see the draft come into effect, but it's not as huge here as it is on other tracks, but it's going to be enough. He's going to get a run, he's going to move to the inside, lap traffic ahead again as we come to 5 laps to go, I believe that is. So not a lot of time, but side by side into turn 1, Edwards right there as well, going to have a look, but he's not going to be able to do anything, and now lap traffic coming into play once again. Try and figure out who that is. That is Barry West. This time he's going really wide, letting all 4 cars go by, and then after that we have Alan Patterson, the organizer of the series, so he's probably going to do a good job.
Hughes here as they move towards the chicane here at the end of No-Name Straight. 2nd place driver, you're going to see that Alan Patterson is making just ahead of this group. He should get out of the way nice and easily. He does indeed. A little wider there, but we won't let them have the corner. So Patterson doing noble things as a lap driver. Through will come here, Ewan Patterson, Claire Hughes, Simon Edwards, and Anthony Catt now through the final corner. This time by 6 laps remaining on the board for us tonight. This race has been anything but as we have currently 21 drivers on the lead lap with, I believe, of a total possibly 45 still running, rough estimate.
Quite a few cars still on the lead lap, more than I expected actually, and Edwards just had a little bit of a sideways moment there going into turn 1 just before we cut back to this battle, but he managed to hold on to it, so just a bit of tyre smoke still in 3rd place. It's Patterson still in the lead, doing a good job holding on to that, but Hughes getting closer and closer all the time. You can see they all get really close to each other through here, and now there's a bunch of lap cars ahead. There's actually side by side ahead of them as well. There's McGovern first, and then there's Forrest and Dunning battling it out, but they're not even racing for position, so that should not be an issue hopefully for Patterson and the rest of the guys. But it's Edwards on the back of Hughes here trying to find an opening. He can't do it though. He's going to have the draft on Patterson now onto the straightaway. Patterson going to have a bit of draft from the lap car though. He's going to move out of line, side by side ahead of him again, but here comes Hughes on the outside. He's almost going to clear him going into the braking zone. He's going to be free wide with the lap car. It's not. Patterson going to have the inside, and he's actually going to hold on to that lead. He's going to be able to clear him though. No, he's not. Hughes is going to have the inside from turn number 2, and now they're right on the back of the lap traffic. This is going to get contact. That was big. Okay, so look at what happened here, Lee. We're going to replay for you. The lap car, the 46 car, cuts the nose off Hughes, and we got a bit of interesting contact there for Patterson, who gets bounced off the racetrack after a heavy contact and sent sideways, and somehow, I believe it, Hughes is fine. Replay there on board for you. As the lap car closes off again. Wow. Okay, the 46 car closing off your leader yet again. That's John McGovern there in the 46 car, running down, I believe, in 38th place. So he's just
refusing to let him go past. He finally pulls over and lets him through. But on board there with Cat here in third place now. We've lost Patterson from that group. There's 3 lap cars now ahead of this group too, I should say. Three will come here.
They just managed to squeeze under that lap car as well. But Patterson's still running in 4th place, so it's not too bad off from that, unfortunately. Not in the battle, but still running 4th place, so looks like he's all good.
Clouds come in. Looking at Savage and Cox here up in 5th and 6th. The Clouds have really rolled in here, Linus. This will change the grip on this.
It definitely will. As Savage and Cox now has Parnell and Patterson ahead of him. Racing for 22nd and 23rd actually. They're going to be side by side. Patterson going to get out of the way though. Nicely, so they're going to get through there. Now it's up to Parnell, see if he can get out of the way. But they sorted it out better than I thought they would actually. So we're back to the front of the group again. It's Cat right on the back of Edwards from behind. Lee Hughes now in the lead. I think that accident earlier was actually Patterson's left front wheel touching Lee Hughes, sending him wide. But it's final lap here. Lee Hughes, here goes Edwards on the outside. Cat moves to the inside. He's going to get that 2nd place here in turn number 1. Cat's going to have the overspeed on the outside though. He's going to clear him. Edwards still in 2nd place. He's going to try and get closer now to Lee Hughes to see if he can make a move going into the chicane. I don't think that's going to be enough. He might be able to get around through the last corner though. Here we go. Half the lap to go.
We saw there, Cat got a little sideways in the inside line extreme of turn 1, which lost him that spot. Here we are now. Clear Hughes, Simon Edwards, Anthony Cat, the top 3. With under a lap to go now here at Lime Rock Park, and it's been a very busy race so far. Well, Hughes captured the first victory of this season, the last season of 2019 and start of 2020. Will it be his opportunity right now? It's looking safe for the Welsh driver. Cat
Edwards goes slightly wide.
Stable so far. Edwards taking a wide line here to lose off some momentum, but it's not going to help him just yet.
Cat got it.
It's likely going to be... Oh, on a replay. I was on a replay, and I am special.
Lee Hughes got the win. Cat got 2nd from Edwards by 13 1/1000ths of a second. That is, wow.
On board there with Stacker as they move towards the line. And this is the final corner now. He's a little far back. He won't be able to make a move with this one, but yeah, talk about opportunity for the start of the season to be on replay. Andy Witt, sorry, close right now by Martin Hobson. In 21, will be able to draft him for a pass for 16th place. Not looking close enough, if you ask me. It's going to be tight. Oh, not quite. No cigar. Yeah, talk about opportunities to be on replay mode there, Lee. It's right at the end of the race. That was a good time for me, I think. But, no, fantastic race we've had here today. Our lead lap cars across the line with a pirouetting machine belonging, I believe, to that was Chris Morris, but fantastic racing here at Lime Rock Park.
Yeah, that was an outstanding race. Shame for Patterson to get that little bit of contact there, but still an amazing race by everybody, and a nice job there from Lee Hughes as well to get the win.
We'll go to our post-race results here with Clear Hughes taking the win at Lime Rock Park with Anthony Cat in 2nd and Simon Edwards in 3rd. Ewan Patterson and Sarah Savage round out our top 5 for race 1 of the final season of 2019, with Matt Cox, Chris Robertson, Anthony PM Jones, Jake Ridlington and Ryan Hewitt in 10th. Behind them it's Jack Knight, Simon Maltby, Daniel Tufts, Dave Kirkman, Tony Stack, Martin Hobson, Andy Witt, Denny Wood, Chris Morris and Tim Adcock in 20th and last on the lead lap. The rest of the results up on your screen as Linus. Wow, new Lime Rock Park, new cars, we've got funny physics, and it's been busy.
Yeah, it's been an amazing race so far, and I think this season is going to get even better. We've had some amazing seasons recently, but I think this one's going to top it off even more with the damage model, and especially this new track as well provided some great racing, and I think the slightly redesigned new car is going to make for some even better racing as well. All these 4 guys racing at the front again, though. I was hoping to see at least one new name, but it's they bring on some good racing, so I'm not going to complain as long as all 4 of them show up.
Now, I might be wrong here, but I think this might be Sarah Savage's best result in the series, and you know what? I am really, really proud to see a woman up there in 5th place in this series especially, and doing a fantastic job, really, of this race series. Done a great job in last season. A top 5 for round 1, and will this be her chance to possibly get a win this season? She's been quick, and she's been up there. What do we think?
Well, we saw last season she did have a lot of good qualifying results. She qualified in the top 5 quite a lot, and then more times than not she got hit by other people on lap 1. Not much of her own doing. So other people's mistakes cost her a lot of races, and but she's definitely quick. She's been up there, but good for her to finally get a good result, and to have it in the first race of the season will definitely be good for her self-confidence, and hopefully she can carry that momentum on through the rest of the season, and maybe she can be battling these guys for the win at some point. That would be pretty cool to see.
Absolutely is. Well, I don't think anyone's going to come and talk to us today, although as I say this and begin the outro, I guarantee someone's going to hop in for an interview. But I will start anyway, because it's normally what happens. It summons them to get here. But anyway, folks, it's been a great one here for round number 1 at Lime Rock Park. We'll be back on Monday, start of Christmas week, to join you for the second round of the season and the penultimate round of 2019. We'll see you next time. Good night. Alright, as we're actually closing up the show, we are back, in fact, because we have Dave Kirkman. I switched microphones already and turned that one off. But Dave Kirkman, 31st to 12th today, huge race for you.
Yeah, that was a pretty exciting race. Obviously, lots of people going off. I actually only just made it to qualifying today, so I didn't do any practice really. And obviously just didn't qualify very well, but actually was quite fortunate, I think, not to, because there were so many accidents ahead. But yeah, it was a very, very close race, and obviously I'm very pleased to start the season off with 14th.
You know what one of the most important tenets of motor racing is?
Staying alive and getting to the end.
Finish the race. Finish the race. To finish first, you must first finish. So
Absolutely.
You know what? It doesn't detract from a humongous race for you tonight that you simply stayed alive, which is half the battle in motor racing. So I honestly, congratulations on that one. Huge, huge race for you there. Great result. And maybe cracking top 10 soon?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping. I mean, I finished really in the top 20 last season, so I'm hoping I can move up and get closer to the top 10 now. It is about surviving the accidents. If you look in the championship, I think I finished about 14th or 15th something last season. So, and that was by staying alive. So you've got to be in it to win it, really. And I think too many people try and push too hard too soon, and you just got to try and sometimes back off and allow the accidents to happen in front of you, which happened to me in this race actually. I allowed a fight to go ahead and didn't get involved. They took each other out and I got those positions. So yeah, that's a big part of iRacing really, is survival.
Absolutely is. One of my favourite tactics used to be letting the aggressive guy behind me go past me to take out the guy in front of me. Oh, it's a great one to use.
Yeah, that definitely was the case tonight, I think. I don't know what it was with, probably because it's such a tight, twisty track and it's quite narrow. And there were 60 cars on it, so it was just mayhem. But it was good fun. Very, very good way to start the season. Before I go, I must say hello to my girlfriend Julie, who's watching. She watches every broadcast and she says, "Why don't you say hello to me?" So I've done it now.
Well, there you go. Hello to Julie for Dave Kirkman. Thanks for joining us, Dave.
All right.
Well, speaking of crazy storms, we have the calm eye in the storm, Simon Edwards, who came in today in 3rd place after a hectic race at the front with some very contentious lap traffic.
It was, wasn't it? I thought everybody behaved really well, though. There was only a couple of really scary moments in there. One in the chicane where I thought everybody was going to kill me from behind. But I think that was a great race to start the season on. I managed to sneak past me. It's a good start to the season, and I think it was a good race. I hope it looked good on the track.
Certainly did. All the parts of the cars, the layout was definitely exciting one today. Hopefully we'll see victory this next race.
Yes, it's Montreal, I think, isn't it?
That'll be a good one.
It's another tow track, but it's a manageable one.
Linus is now standing up. Thank you very much, Simon. Linus is second.
Chris, interesting race for you, starting 14th on the 7th, gained 7th positions, obviously. Quite a bit away from the top 6, but still a good race. Very messy. How was it expect?
Is this one I need to come back in?
Yes, could you turn up and hear this bit? This is definitely Chris Robertson.
Go ahead.
Oh, who's that?
He's trying, but we can't hear him.
So yeah, the race was really good, and yeah, I think that's we got ourselves up in good position, and it was a good race. P7, we good race. 10-second behind race leader, I'd say.
Yeah, I think unfortunately we have issues we can't hear him.
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
Technical issues gone. Yeah, it was very interesting. Unfortunately, it's get around from all sides in there. So Jones coming behind me. I think Clark Williams is in there. I think Brian Muir hit me from behind. So Team Torpedo got a bit of a smash into the first chicane. But at the end of the day, we had Leo Hughes on the team. He started his debut for Team Torpedo. So we got a win, and the rest of us got all top 10. So we had 6 drivers in the top 10. It was excellent results in the end.
Well, fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us, Chris.
Thank you, guys.
This is where we will actually end it for real this time. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.